I am Jason Abraham, the Shadow Teacher 33. And this Shadow Teacher 33 channel, whether you're watching on YouTube, BitChute, X, wherever. The Shadow Teacher 33 channel and my life's work at this moment is exploring the vast possibilities of human potential. And I refer to the process of deconditioning, to breaking free of the Matrix. Many of you are familiar with the movies, the series, The Matrix. And that movie franchise is an excellent metaphor of the material existence many of us are living in. Many of us are living and unconsciously participating in an energy harvesting system, a system where we are farmed out of our soul, our life force, to keep this big machine going that is running at our expense. And the problem with that is at some point we chase the wrong things and we keep running up on empty. We keep chasing, keep seeking, but are left feeling empty, feeling that there's something missing in our lives. And I talk about attention being the first direction of our energy. Where our attention goes, our energy flows. But this video, I want to talk about another important part of how we direct our energy. And living our human potential is all about becoming more conscious, becoming more aware, and becoming more conscious in how we direct our energy. And today I want to talk about words. Words. Some say our words are a spell. Some say that we are in a trance from the spells that have been cast upon us. Spells that have been cast at a young age through societal programming. Spells that are cast through media today. Big media, whether it be big corporate legacy media or whether it be new media, which is not so new anymore, that being social media, TikTok, Instagram, those sort of platforms. There's always spells being cast through words and the style of communications, the words that are said, how things are said. There's energy behind the words. There's meaning that we associate with the words. And what many people do is they receive words from these external sources and they go on and they just become parrots of the words. And they become amplifiers and little speakers out there putting a surround sound in the world, parroting the narratives, parroting the energy, casting spells that are coming from this external source. And one of my big intentions is to be congruent with my thoughts, my words, and my deeds. You see, we're looking at manifestation, we're looking at creation, when we're looking at the divine spark within us to intentionally create and co-create in this existence, this human existence. Creation starts with a thought. It starts with an inspiration. The bridge between thought and manifestation through action and becoming is through our words. It's through our words. It's through the stories we tell ourselves, the meaning that we make through these stories. And so what do we have a lot of people doing? I talk about the parroting. We have people parroting words that are not divinely inspired, that are contrived from great spellcasters who control sources of media, who have great influence on societal conditioning. And we have people who gossip about frivolous things that they believe to be important because they're told that way, and they get a feeling of belonging by talking about stuff that everybody's supposed to talk about. Politics, sporting events, fads and trends in the media, junk television. And when people get so caught up in this frivolous talk to get that feeling of belonging, what they end up doing is they reduce the power of connecting to something that's more important to them inside. They waste their energy seeking validation from the masses, believing that this is the only way to do it and getting conditioned to do it. And what they end up doing is they continue to cast the spell for something external, giving their power away to something outside of themselves. And they lose that sacred connection with their ability to create in a meaningful way. They are creating, they're manifesting something, but it's probably not something that's truly important if they actually looked inside of themselves and could pull back these layers. So when we examine and we become aware of how this system works, and then we start to get quiet, we start to become aware of Source talking to us. When we get quiet and we turn off the social media, we turn off the fucking television, and we put a shield up to the spells being cast on us, then we can reconnect to something that is pure, something that's far more powerful, something that is our birthright, which is Source. We get to actually open up to hear Source and remember something that is timeless and sacred, that is always present within us. We just don't fucking know it. And then we can get that genuine inspiration, then we can start to use our words in meaningful ways, have meaningful conversations, say meaningful things, use our words to cast spells of our own, but cast spells from this intentional place of connecting from our heart and our soul and the truth of who we are. And then we get to build beautiful things when we connect with other souls, using our words intentionally in meaningful conversations and meaningful expression through the word, as opposed to empty, meaningless words, cliches, catchphrases, programs, and boring, soulless conversations on things that truly do not matter. And so when we start to get congruent with our thoughts and our words, there's just one more place to go before we manifest and become, and that's our actions, which I'll talk about in a future video. But with that being said, go out, celebrate the beauty, be impeccable with your word, as Don Miguel Ruiz would say. And I'll see you on the other side. If this message resonates, please like, share, subscribe, and spread the beautiful word of this channel as we create something new, something profound, and something real.